Good morning, everyone. This is your host of Speak Life, Sheree Casey. This morning, our conversation is going to be about something that we rarely talk about, we don't like to talk about. Moving past your fears. Moving past your fears into your victories. The other side of what happens when you move forward. The alternative to staying stuck in the place where you are. We've heard many acronyms about fear, so I'm not going to give you any acronyms today, but I am going to tell you that there is something on the other side of your fear. You see, when we don't move on the desires that we have in our heart that are connected to our purpose in life, we are stuck. We might not want to admit it. We might not acknowledge it to ourselves. We definitely won't tell others. It's because of fear. It's because of fear that you haven't moved forward and written that book. It's because of fear that you haven't moved forward and done those things that you were supposed to do 10 years ago. It's because of fear that you have not written that song, or it's because of fear that you haven't started that business. So you're stuck on the other side. You're stuck on the same side because you won't move forward. You feel that if you move forward that you won't be accepted. You feel that if you move forward you won't get the support you need. You feel that you don't have enough to move forward. Today, it's so much easier to move forward than it is to stay stuck. There are many things on the information highway. If there's a subject, something that you're interested in, something that you like to do, you can Google it. Uncle Google is available to give you any information you want. Sister Bing, everybody is here to give you the information that you need. You can do your research. You can get started. One of the things that comes to my mind is when I flunked out of college. It was my third year. And, life happens. Life happens. I was a complete failure. And I was unable at the time to go back and correct the things, correct my grades, academic probation. I wasn't passing. And I had some other personal things going on in my life. So I got stuck. But it was something that I wanted to do. It was a desire of mine to graduate college. It would not let me go. the desire would not let me go. It gripped me. And along the way, I paid for it. And, it was I always tried to go back. I took a class here, took a class there, but could never fully get into the class and the classes and finish what I needed to do to complete my degree. So for a while, I gave up. And in that process of giving up, I learned some things about myself and about the world and about how people don't care about your dream. The jobs that you want, and this is not a push for college, because I know everybody's not going to go to college, but for me personally, the jobs that I wanted, you had to have a college degree for. And if you didn't have one, you got no respect. So going through that for years fueled my desire even further. So I began to slowly just research things in my heart. In my heart, this was before Google. I started to, look into things. And every time I heard about a program where somebody's paying for a class or something like that, I would look forward to it. I really wanted to finish school. That was my heart's desire. But there was no way to do that and take care of small children living in the city and trying to hold things together, trying to have a car, trying to do all of these things without working 2 or 3 jobs and having to sacrifice the time with my children. So it was not feasible. So a friend of mine had moved to another state, and she said, hey, they got programs out here for women, and they even pay your child care. So, I was reluctant to the change. And I said, okay, I'll think about it. And I thought about it. And so I decided to make the move. And only 2 of my small children went with me. And when I got there to the other state, it wasn't that simple. But I moved on the other side of fear, and within a year, it became that simple. Within a year, there was a program that paid for part of my college, and I was able to work part-time, and I was even able to get housing. So there was a way for things to happen. And on the other side of fear, I was able to obtain my first degree, an associate's degree. And on the other side of fear, there was my bachelor's degree. On the other side of fear, there was my master's degree. I use this as an example because there was a time in my life you would never tell me. I mean, I was struggling so hard and desiring to have my bachelor's so much that you could never even tell me that I was going to have a master's degree. On the other side of fear, there's that job. There's that business. On the other side of fear, there's that book that needs to be written. God has not intended us to stay stuck in our circumstances. Because if we stay stuck in our circumstances, we'll never experience the other side of fear. The other side of fear is victory. The other side of fear is success. The other side of fear provides us with a testimony. A testimony and the tools to pick up other people who are stuck and say, hey, I was stuck like you, but I'm not anymore. I was just like you. And now I'm moving forward, and so can you. It is particularly important that we move to the other side of fear in front of our children. For it is our children who every day see us as we go through things, see us accomplishing things or not accomplishing things. And it becomes a pattern. I look at the lives of my family. I love my family. But my parents did not have full support and encouragement to move past certain situations. You know, my mom is the smartest and most intelligent woman I've ever met. Yes, she was able to get jobs. She could pass civil service tests higher than some young people who were hired after her. And she was able to move forward. But had she been encouraged to go through college, she would have been awesome. And she wouldn't have to have put up with some of the nonsense she put up with through the years in her job. She retired successfully, but there was that element, you know, that people bring when they come in with college degrees and other people don't have them. I say that to say that you have to be able to push past your circumstances, no matter what they are, and make it to the other side of fear. In order to do that, first you must pray. Pray. Talk to God about your circumstances. Tell him, God, I don't like where I am. I don't feel like I'm doing anything. I don't feel like I'm helping anybody. Please help me. Just a simple help me. Help me to get to the next level. Help me to get to where you would have me to be. Give me the tools. Put the people in my way. Simple prayer. Faith without works is dead. Increase your faith. Feed your faith. Feed your faith with whatever you can feed it with. Books. Surround yourself with people who can get you where you need to go. I had a conversation with my friend who, my dear sister, who she knew my desire. You want to go to college? Okay. I found this program. It's in another state, but I found it. You have to share with others your heart's desire. Now, I'm not saying everybody, because everybody will not sign off on your dream. Share with others your dream. Somebody might have the key to your solution. Then you have to move forward to execution. Execute it.